இன்னைக்கு நான் உங்ககிட்ட லேட்டர் வேதிக் ஏஜ் பற்றி பேசுகிறேன். ஸோ லேட்டர் வேதிக் ஏஜ், the time period starts from 1000 BCE to 600 BCE. This later Vedic age was associated with painted graveware culture and Iron Age. Then what were the texts or what were the things which were written in this period? It includes other Vedas like Yajur, Sama and other Veda, and as well as Brahmanas. They have written Aryanikas and Upanishads. Then Aryans, they have moved from Punjab to Ganga Yamuna though and expanded into Kuru, Panchala, Kosala and Vidaha. This expansion was done due to fertile land requirement as well as water resources and population growth. Then Anga, Magadha, Bengal and Andhra were outside the influence of Aryans. In later Vedic period, iron was being called Krishna Ayas, and this iron, they have used iron for agriculture as well as clearing forests and expansion of farming. Now the settlements of later Vedic period, it includes permanent villages and as well as Janapada emerged, a territorial state or people set its foot. Early towns like Hastinapura and Haushambi were appeared, as well as the houses in later Vedic age made of mud bricks and wattle and dough. Now the political organization. Here, king become more powerful. The assemblies or the Sabha, Samiti, where we played a role of advisory. They have no other powers. All the powers were new to king. King became more powerful. And monarchy became even more stronger. New terms were introduced. Rajya, which means kingdom. Rashtra, which means territory. Samrat, powerful ruler. As well as kings, they were started to collect bali, which means tax. Important sacrifices were performed by kings in this later Vedic age. It includes Rajasviya for royal consecration, Ashwamedha, horse sacrifice, which showing the political supremacy. In Ashwamedha Yaga, a horse will be sent by an emperor. This particular horse will wander to the streets or wander to the territories of various kingdoms. While entering into a territory, it possesses that wherever the horse sets its foot, the territory comes under the control of empire. And the king who oppose or the king who stop the horse will face the battle with a particular empire. So this shows a monarch supremacy in later Vedic age, and as well as Vajapaya chariot race ritual where we also followed. Social organization in later Vedic age. Varna system were followed in a rigid manner. Brahmanas were priests. They be given a huge priority in society, or they enjoyed huge benefits. Above next Kshatriyas, warriors and rulers. Vaishyas, traders, farmers and artisans, and Shudras were laborers who were forced to obey the orders of the above three varnas, or they were forced to serve for above three varnas. The concept of Divijya, twice born, was introduced, and Upaniyana, a sacred thread which was only limited to upper three varnas. And in family, it becomes more patriarchal, and as well as polygyny was started to perform. Polygyny, which means a man marries multiple wives. And women, the status of women, which is in Rigvedic period or early Vedic period, were be declined. And women were treated as a subordinate to men, and women participation was not allowed in sabhas and samitis. As well as for women, they be restricted to do household works. Crops cultivated includes wheat, barley and rice, as well as the crafts, pottery, weaving, carpentry, leather work, metal work. There were in later Vedic period existence of goldsmith, potters, astrologers. And in pastoralism, cattle remained so valuable, as well as these cattle were reflects wealth of a particular man and be used for religious gifts like dakshana. And trade increased, existence of barter system. Coins were introduced only after 600 BCE. Now the religion, rituals and sacrifices were played a huge importance. Then Brahmins or Brahmanas, the priestess gained huge influence in later Vedic period. Important gods worshipped in later Vedic period includes Prajapati, who be considered as the creator, Rudra, important deity, later be called as Lord Shiva, and Vishnu, the protector, and importance of Indra, Agni, Varuna in Rigvedic period started to decline. While knowing about the philosophy in later Vedic period includes Upanishads. This Upanishad emphasize Atman, which means self, and as well as Atma Brahman, self supreme reality, and as well as these Upanishad emphasize on karma, rebirth, meditation, and good conduct. These Upanishads, they give a huge opposition against the rituals and sacrifices. These ideas were later influenced in Buddhism and Jainism. Then education in later Vedic period was only limited to males. In males, this was only limited to Brahmins and as well as Kshatriyas. It includes grammar, mathematics, ethics, astronomy, literature, riding horse, warfare.